Put the child safety locks on your console and watch out for that advance button. You are tuned in to DFL Gridiron Radio, the official voice of the DFL, ya bish.
You are now tuned in to DFL Gridiron Radio, the only show that disappears for 2 seasons and still comes back like we never left. And the NIL deal is sweet. I'm your host, Johnny Gridlock Reynolds, with my co-host, Chucky the Mad Dog Benson. Now joining us full-time is our girl, Miley, to show you that women talk sports. And thanks to the DFL boosters, we're rocking in a new studio with new mics, and I'm sure some of you are wondering, yeah, we took a little hiatus, not because we wanted to, but because we were trying to let our sisters at Fourth and Facts into the spotlight. You know, let the G5 of the broadcast world shine for a minute.
Yeah, and the leprechaun running that show fell asleep in his desk like a drunk mall Santa. 1, 2, 3, actually 4 too many locos. Bro clocked out mid-sentence and we ain't heard from him since. Somebody go check the break room.
See, now I thought he was just taking a power nap. I remember my uncle doing that at stoplights.
Right. Now, anyway, while the leprechaun was drooling on his keyboard, the league kept spinning. Teams got baptized, resurrected, mostly traumatized, and somehow Notre Dame ended up being the last one standing just a season ago. Don't ask me how. I'm still processing it.
Yeah, Notre Dame out here acting like they're the main character. Relax, Rudy. Nobody asked for the sequel.
I liked the part where everyone was on fire, but then they weren't on fire anymore. Very inspirational.
And that's exactly why she's here, folks. Thanks, Miley. Women talking sports. That's inspiring all of us. Okay, baby, DFLGR is back. The mics are hot, the jokes are petty, and the league is already crying in the group chat. Buckle up, boys. This episode's gonna hit harder than a clanker comeback in the fourth quarter. So before we get into the madness of the current season, we gotta rewind, because DFLGR missed a whole chapter. A whole saga, a whole season that felt like a church lock-in mixed with a demolition derby. We called it the return of the baptized. Every team got thrown into the fire, dunked, rinsed, humbled, and spiritually confused.
Yeah, everybody got baptized whether they wanted to or not. And I'd say some of y'all got held under the water a little too long.
And after all the chaos, after all the trials, after all the my playbook didn't load excuses, one team somehow stood alone at the end. Notre Dame?
What? Man, that was the most Mickey Mouse title I've ever seen. Ain't nobody respecting that. That wasn't a championship. That was a participation trophy with extra glitter.
Exactly. It wasn't destiny. Chucky, it didn't even feel like dominance. It was a cosmic clerical error, a glitch in the baptismal system. It felt like every 5th visit to the Pink Pony Club, you get a championship trophy. And ever since Boise left, this guy is basically the poster boy for the Pink Pony Club. Wouldn't surprise me if he's getting close to another free trophy.
Notre Dame winning that season is like Colorado retiring Shadur's number.
I've been him.
Did you see the banner reveal? I bet Dion is standing behind it somewhere.
But hey, that was then, and the league didn't forget. Because while Notre Dame was out there celebrating their Mickey Mouse miracle, something else was brewing. Something louder, something angrier, something wearing maroon and running hot routes like a malfunctioning robot.
Robots don't feel fear. They don't feel anything.
But this past season, we entered a new era, one that is built on growth, built on maturity, and second chances. We called it the Redemption Tour.
Yeah, redemption. More like everybody trying to fix the mess they made last season.
But one coach, took that theme personally. Texas A&M. The Aggies came into this season like they were fresh out of therapy, fresh out of jail, and fresh out of excuses.
Bro showed up like he had a TED Talk to give, talking about growth and improvement while running hot routes like a malfunctioning Roomba.
Can a robot write a symphony?
Bet he thought, well, while I'm cleaning the floors, I might as well sweep the entire league while I'm at it. Johnny boy, I can't lie, this janitor is a baller.
And look, credit where it's due, the man did get his redemption. He played angry. He played desperate. He played like he was ready to sit at the big kids' table.
But let's be honest, the Aggies didn't just play football. They turned into a machine, a robot, a walking, talking pre-snap algorithm. Up, down, left, right, square, triangle. Bro was out here entering GTA Vice City cheat codes before every snap. I'm surprised the game didn't start spawning helicopters on the 50-yard line. Wait, didn't he steal the DFL's only two-time champions running back, Jeffrey White, a.k.a. Senor Blanco?
He did, Chucky. Legend has it that Oklahoma coach is still giving the Arthur clenched fist after fumbling the greatest running back of DFL 26. But the wildest part about the A&M run, this guy was doing all that with Dorito-stained fingers. I'm not sure how his buttons weren't sticking.
Brother, touch grass. It might not be the nicest time of year, but it won't kill you. It ain't lava. You can go outside.
But hey, redemption is redemption. The Aggies got theirs. They proved they hate losing more than they hate sunlight, and they made damn sure the league felt it. But while the Aggies were out here reinventing themselves like a midlife crisis with cleats, the rest of the league was busy doing what it does best: fighting, feuding, and acting like they need couples therapy.
This is the main event of the evening.
Oh yeah, the beef this season was premium. Grade A, grass-fed, organic hatred.
Let's start with the Hurricanes and the Nittany Lions. Those two hate each other like it's written into their contracts.
Miami logs in like, I'm him. And Penn State chirps back like, bro, you're him? You put the her in hurricane.
Emotional, damn it!
No offense, Miley, but we're talking sports here.
And boom goes the dynamite.
But speaking of women in sports, some social media outlets reported that the coach of Miami responded back to PSU by saying to tell your Ole Miss to stop blowing up my phone. I've got a playoff to prepare for. That subliminal hit the PSU coach so hard, he woke up in Mississippi.
Ain't nothing worse than a Lion Rebel. Right, Chuck? Then we got the Tigers and the Aggies. That rivalry got so toxic, I'm shocked OSHA didn't shut the league down. Every time Clemson saw maroon, they started typing paragraphs.
Facts. The league chat this season looked like a group of divorced parents arguing over who gets the Xbox on weekends. How you hanging in there, commish?
But while everybody was busy beefing, some coaches were out here making moves. Big moves. Questionable moves. Moves that made the entire league go, bro, what are you doing? But first, we got to talk about it. The rule. The rule. The one rule that should have been simple. The one rule that was posted, pinned, highlighted, screenshotted, and explained more times than a TikTok dance tutorial. Yes, the fourth down rule.
And somehow, not a single person in this league saved the damn photo. Not one.
What's your profanity?
Y'all got 128 gigabyte phones and not a megabyte dedicated to common sense.
We introduced this rule to bring structure, to bring fairness, to bring order to the chaos. Instead, it turned into a literacy test that half the league failed.
Iridocyclitis.
Bro, the rule was posted like it was the 10 Commandments, and y'all still walked down the mountain and said, wait, what's number 4 again?
But the crown jewel, the masterpiece, the magnum opus of rule ignorance, Michigan. This guy intentionally blew a 21-point lead in the game, just to demonstrate in real time that he had absolutely no idea what the fourth down rule was.
That man said, let me raise awareness, like he's running a charity for confused coaches.
Yeah, Chucky, not all heroes wear capes, but some wear jock straps on their helmets.
But what the hell, boy?
Michigan is out here looking like a PSA. Hi, I'm Coach Michigan, and this is what happens when you don't read. The league watched that meltdown like it was a live tutorial titled, How to Lose Games and Mismanage Fourth Down Situations. And the best part? He still didn't save the rule photo afterward.
Oh my God, bro.
Brother walked away like, oh, I'll figure it out next season.
But hey, that disaster set the tone. Because if Michigan was out here blowing leads for educational purposes, you know the coaching carousel was about to get messy. Which brings us to the next chapter. The returns, the demotions, the disappearances, and the coach who left a top 3 program for a high school cafeteria with dog food chili.
Yeah, Johnny, I think they call that Skyline Chili.
Yeah, we'll get into it. But first, let's start with the big one. The return of the DFL's most controversial coach.
Roll damn tide.
A man who has been banned, resurrected, forgiven, unforgiven, and forgiven again depending on the day of the week. He came back, but not to Alabama.
Yeah, Alabama said, nah, we're happy with Coach Shortcut. They changed the locks. They turned off the porch light. They left that man standing outside like a DoorDash driver with the wrong order.
So now he's coaching somewhere else, somewhere unexpected, somewhere that screams redemption arc and please don't mess this up again.
This guy went from Nick Saban's house to the guest room above the garage. That's crazy.
But he wasn't the only one making questionable decisions, because another coach, a top 3 contender, a powerhouse, a legitimate threat, looked at his elite program and said, no thanks. I'm going to go coach at St. Xavier High School in Cincinnati.
A high school. My man left a playoff team to go run the scout team at a Catholic school with a vending machine that only takes quarters.
And like we said earlier, rumor has it, he did it for the food.
Yeah, what did you say? Some of that authentic dog food on hot dogs smothered in cheese.
Then into the mouth. Nice.
The league watched that move like it was a cry for help. Like maybe he needs someone to check on him, a wellness visit, and a hug perhaps. But hey, with all the chaos, all the drama, all the questionable decisions, there's still one more loose end to tie up, one more message to deliver, and one more shot to fire. Because before we close this episode, we got to talk about Fourth and Facts.
Yeah, those guys. The show that was supposed to take over while we were gone. The show that had the spotlight and the momentum, and then fumbled it like Michigan on fourth, and I forgot the rule again.
Look, we tried to give him a chance. We stepped aside and let him cook. So Coach Texas, it's time to hit that premature advance on that news outlet. Fourth and Facts had the potential. Man, did they have promise. We even paved the way, giving them a platform. And now they have a spot in the Remember When section of league history.
Old news, vintage, retro. Put them in a museum next to the Blockbuster sign.
Man, I'm dead.
So as we close this episode, just know, DFLGR is back, and the mics are hot, buddy.
Yeah, and the jokes stay sharp. The league may never be safe again. Mad Dog out.
I saved the 4th down roll picture this time. Wait, no I didn't.